matchup of the night. You know, we had to do it to him. We had to give him some content out here. I can't go home with game fours. We need game fives. So had to do it to him. I'm Rocker Man, happy to be back in the booth, joined by my good friend, Mr. Merely. Merely, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I very much enjoyed the that last series. Really strong start to the plans. So thanks. You start off strong with the script for us, Rocker Man. Hopefully we
Always.
can keep it going. Got some good matches ahead of us, as always.
Oh yeah, we definitely do. It was a great first matchup. I'm happy. I'm happy we secured the win, secured playoffs, and that's what these two teams merely are going to be trying to do tonight. As we got Wyverns taking on the Minotaurs. We're heading to the Prospect League, which has honestly been one of the crazier leagues this season. With how it's just a weird league. It seemed very competitive, but in kind of a weird way. What can you tell us about these two right here?
Yeah. So like you said, prospect all the way through, very competitive. And one thing that's interesting to know here is the Wyverns were one of those kind of top teams. It seemed like having a very strong start to the season, and even midway through keeping it going. And then at the last second, they well, I think knowing some of the players on there, they just kind of stopped playing the game, and then they
Yeah.
lost a few crucial series to drop into the play-ins. So they've put themselves into a spot where now they have to fight back even to secure a playoff spot in this one or the next one. Whereas the Minotaurs also uh, in a good position here to take the playoff spot as well. But I think the Wyverns are the team with a little bit more to lose.
Yeah, I think you're right, and well, hopefully they have been playing the game merely. Hopefully those unnamed suspicious people will be actually playing the game and be playing it well here tonight. As this one is definitely going to be a good one. Um, well, merely we the last one ran a little bit long, so we got him in the lobby here, ready to kick things off. So we'll get him joined on in here. Actually, maybe we don't have all of them in here. We're waiting on one more, maybe two more. All right.
Yeah,
Anyways, well, go
as
ahead.
soon as you said that you hope that all the Wyverns players were playing the game, now someone from the Wyverns left the game.
Yeah.
So
The curse, the caster curse.
that's
It's
the
already
caster's
started.
curse coming in
It's
early.
yeah, but I guess while we have a little bit of time while we're waiting for these last wyverns to get in here, what do you know about either of these two teams? Any of the players on them? I know you said you talked a little bit about the wyverns, but we do have the minotaurs as well, looking to make a run.
Yeah, I mean the Minotaurs, they definitely deserve to be here. I think to me they're a little bit more of an unknown factor. But they did have a pretty decent season to make it to this point, just barely missing out on the playoffs. Same record as the Wyverns, 9-9. So I think this one, even if you could give one team an edge, it really could go either way.
Definitely so. And curious, do we have the brackets? Can we get the brackets up on stream here for everyone to look at? I'd like to take a look at them real quick if we got them. Oh, looks like we do. Perfect. So yeah, if you guys can see the bracket here for the play-in slash playoff bracket for the Prospect League, right now we're looking at that 7-8 matchup on this one, Wyverns versus Minotaurs, and merely it's always interesting here. The first match of the play-in tournament, you get a little bit of you get a little extra life in a way.
Yeah, it's the only spot in all of postseason actually where you can lose and not be immediately out. A little bit OP if you're prone to having a slow start in the postseason. But you do still really want to win this match because if you don't, even if you manage to win the next one, then you have to go up against the Gladiators, and I don't think I have to tell anyone that you really don't want to go up against the Gladiators. They are undefeated, right? They went the whole
Yep.
season without losing. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, they did.
Um, so a dominant force of nature there in the prospect season. You really want to win this game, if only just to avoid having to play them on stream.
Yeah, no, I would agree. You never want to face an undefeated team up there. So yeah, Wyverns and Minotaurs both fighting in this one. Winner will get that 7 seed going up against the Vipers, who are also a formidable force in the regular season, but maybe not so formidable as the undefeated Gladiators. So yeah, the winner will move on. Loser will play Saturday night against the winner of Ember versus Rooks. But looks like we finally got everyone in here now, merely, so we can go ahead and do it. Who do you got in this one? Who is going to be advancing and taking the 7 seed?
I just gotta give it to the Wyverns. I think if they're playing their game, that they do take it. But I think if they start out slow and they have trouble playing the game that they want to, that very easily the Minotaurs could be the ones taking this.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to see as things are officially underway here in game number 1 of the Prospect League play-in tournament. We've got the Wyverns in the blue tonight with Draco, Jaegers, and Big Guff, and then the Minotaurs with Dyll, Help, and Blitz on this one. And really, a couple names we recognize. I think there's a couple of new ones. Who are you looking out for in this matchup here?
So honestly, I gotta be looking at Help, if only because, oh, almost a good shot by Guth there. Um, if only because his name screams attention to himself. Other than that, I'm gonna be looking at Guth. I know he's a solid player down here in the Prospect League. You know, I'm gonna be looking at Jaegers, as he is an all-time Nemesis player, been around for a while and has won a chip before, so he's used to these nerve-wracking positions. But really, you know, in the Prospect League, it's not an ultimate chaos like the Novice League, but really anything can happen. Anyone who shows up on their day can make the difference.
Yeah, definitely a lot of great players. I know Jaegers and Draco have been playing a lot together. I've heard a lot about them and Big Guff on the Wyverns. And then I believe Blitz on the Minotaurs was a champion with the Wisps last season, so moving up here, trying to make a name for himself now in the Prospect League. So have to see if they're able to make it happen. Is Help can take this one across Dyll. Blocked out in the midfield. Blitz can't quite find this touch. Could be an opportunity for the Wyverns. Jaegers going to take some control here, trying to pass it across middle, but no one quite ready for that one. Is Dyll looking to take it out. Dyll again on the dribble. Dyll taking it all the way, but Big Guff with a big block there to push it away and keep that one out of the net. Is that one a little bit dangerous, but the Wyverns are going to be able to make it happen and get it out of harm's way. And about 2 minutes in here merely, and both these teams still fighting for that first goal. The postseason nerves are definitely a real thing here.
It definitely seems that way. I mean, either they're just taking the ultimate time to feel each other out. Is Jaegers going for the flip reset? Almost in, and its own goal actually, but Jaegers with the flip reset. What a play.
Jaegers just hovering with that boost, getting the flip right around Dyll, and then Blitz just so awkward. Not quite ready for that one, and well, there you go. That's how you break the ice there. Get a little mechie and put it in the back of the net.
You know, I was about to say that they were playing pretty safe, not really taking chances, but that's a chance that definitely paid off there for the Wyverns, bringing them in early, and definitely gonna be a confidence booster as well moving forward.
Yeah, it's a big confidence booster as they're trying to pinch that one in the net. Could lead to an opportunity for the Wyverns, for the Minotaurs on defense, but so far, not going to find it as this went to the backboard. Draco take control, trying to push this one out. Jaegers sending it down, Help. On the retreat here, going to pick up his back boost, taking this one up in the air, popping it up one, but he can't really follow it. Big Guff sending towards the backboard. Dyll trying to pinch it out here, but finally can be sent across with the Minotaurs. Not a lot of boost to work with, so trying to send it down, but only going to go so far. His Big Guff once again taking some control here, and so far, after the early start, merely Minotaurs they're still looking for their second shot of the game. They've only got one on target, not really generating too much offense so far in the beginning of game 1.
Yeah, and it feels like they're kind of pulling back every time they have an offensive opportunity. Like they're not really willing to commit to it. Their defense, speaking of which, is looking great. I mean, they're able to stop the Wyverns a good majority of the time. But they're not really taking any risks on offense, so they're not really getting much reward. Because the Wyverns, I mean, they're not playing perfect defense, but they're playing well enough to avoid, you know, giving up free goals right now.
Yeah, they're holding it down, and with a minute remaining here, the Minotaurs they have to try to look for something. Otherwise, Wyverns will be starting themselves on the right foot. As this one's fired towards the net, it's going to be just a little bit high. Dyll gonna have to race for it. Draco trying to find the touch. Dyll with a nice carry. Able to send it down. Dyll again on the dribble, lost it though. Just push back in, Big Guff. Leave it for Jaegers. Jaegers trying to take it up, flicking it over the top of one, but it's going to go off the wall. Could be an opportunity. Dyll trying to make it happen, but Draco with some good defense to get to that one. As the Minotaurs starting to feel the pressure of the final 30 seconds. Trying to make a last second push here. Trying to send it to at least overtime. This one sent back in. Big Guff can't quite find that touch. Jaegers looking for a shot, trying to find a dagger, but it's going to be blocked up. Minotaurs trying to flip out to it. They're not going to get to that one. And now they're going to need a bit of a miracle here. Is this one a cool shot? Jaegers pumps Draco into the goal, and now that is teamwork right there.
Oh my goodness, and Draco, I mean, he was not getting that much power by himself. Jaegers gives him a helping hand, and it's just enough to secure the game. But really, really well done in this game. I mean, 13 seconds technically left, but might as well be over by now. But a great start to the series by the Wyverns.
Yeah, great start indeed, as they're going to take this 2-0 lead, and they're going to take a 1-0 lead in the series here of this play-in matchup. Best of 5 in this one, as that ball is going to touch the ground, and a very solid performance from the Wyverns. Merely, they pretty much held it down and really didn't let the Minotaurs get much of anything in that game.
Yeah, I mean, they held down Boost and they held the Minotaurs to 0 goals at the same time. And once again, I'm going to go back to it because it feels like the Minotaurs are just playing a little bit scared. Um, they're not really taking many chances, and they've had good opportunities where they've able to, get a 50. There's that one air dribble attempt that almost led to something, but there's no one ever there to follow up on the next shot, or even not even a shot, just to keep the ball in the Wyverns' half. So they're gonna have to do a better job at following up on those touches in the offensive half because they're not doing a bad job of clearing it out of their own. They're just not able to push into the Wyvern zone very effectively.
Yeah, that's pretty much the difference right now. It is that lack of offense from the Minotaurs that is kind of hurting things here in this game number 1. But as we look to head to game number 2, we're gonna have to see if the Minotaurs can start some more offensive pressure in this one. So we'll see what they can do here. And really, do you have any words of wisdom for the Minotaurs here to try to generate some more of that offense in a game 2?
I mean, if I was their coach, I would just tell them just get more aggressive, get in their face, try to get dunks. Don't just fake challenge everything and drive away from the ball. Don't sit in the back of your half. Go try and help out your teammates and try to disrupt what the Wyverns are doing. Because right now the Wyverns are pretty much doing whatever they want.
Yeah, they have been able to do whatever they want so far in that first game number 1, but now we're in game number 2 on Urban Central here, and the Minotaurs have to try to find an answer back. This one, shot towards the net, gonna go just off the post, but Blitz can't quite turn it down, but already a good sign as they're starting a little bit on the offense here in this game number 2. This ball blocked up, going towards the middle though, could be dangerous. Jaegers comes in, he finishes it off, and the Wyverns strike first.
That's a little bit of an unfortunate 50 there. Oh, it's actually the double commit that gets them. They both turn at the same time, and that's just a wide open net. They were so good defensively, even if they did get scored on in the last game. I don't want to see the Minotaurs start to fall apart here. They need a goal quick back.
Yeah, you got to find an answer here. If you're the Minotaurs, you can't really afford to go down 0-2 in the series and try to reverse sweep. This one off the backboard, looking for the follow-up attempt, but no one quite there to find that follow. But yeah, especially in these ones, merely, it's not quite do or die, but it is the postseason, and you want to win here to get that 7th seed. Like we mentioned, I feel like there's a little bit more added pressure beyond the postseason because of the threat of the number 1 Gladiators.
Yeah, I mean it's technically not do or die, but if your name's David and if you lose, you're going up against Goliath. You're not really feeling like you have a great shot in that matchup necessarily. I mean, maybe they have the confidence to think that they would take it every time, but the statistics don't necessarily show that. You'd rather play the Gladiators a little bit later on, or hope that someone else takes them out for you.
Yeah, definitely so. And if they can win this, they'll be on the other side of that bracket, and only gonna have to face them in the finals. But we're definitely focused on the task at hand here, which is trying to find a win. As this one's sent down, Minotaurs a little bit more offensive pressure in this one. They've had a couple of opportunities towards the net, but the Wyverns have done a good job to stifle those. Still throwing this one off the backboard. Blitz can't find that touch. Help is gonna get out to this, but Jaegers, he fires at him, but Help on the great defense there. Can we get that one away? Blitz throwing this one off the backboard. Another opportunity. Here comes the follow. It's not quite gonna go. And really, that's another one of these opportunities where it just seems like the follow is just a little bit slow.
And it was, although I will say I do like that. I think they're still very much improved from game 1, because game one, I think that third man there was in the back corner grabbing boost. So I do think they're making the right adaptations, even if it's a little bit slowly. And they have had some real chances this game. I mean, they've already tripled their shots, so if they can keep doing what they're doing, try not to falter, just push a little bit more, they can definitely come back in this one. It's only 1 goal down.
Yeah, only 1 goal, and it's only game 2, this best of 5, but like I mentioned, don't want to get down into a reverse sweep hole. This one fired towards the backboard. It's floating. It's dangerous. An opportunity, and here comes Dyll. He puts it in and ties this game up.
It's not going to be a perfect sweep for the Wyverns today. The Minotaurs finally put one through. And honestly, they just starved all the boosts from the Wyverns at the end of the day. Pretty much leads to an open net, but whatever it takes at this point, the Minotaurs are now on the board. Now we can see if they can keep that momentum going.
They are going to want to keep it going for sure here. To finally find their first goal of this series. First goal of the postseason for the Minotaurs. This one locked up in the midfield, sent across. Big Guff going to take control, trying to send this one towards the backboard, but Dyll, he's going to catch that one. This one popped out. Wyverns, we're going to keep this pressure on, help. He's going to send it to the corner for a moment, but Jaegers all over that one. Looking to find one more, but I want to be pinched out. Doink in the midfield. Draco sends it out, help. Not a lot of boost, but he's going to find the touch, trying to find a teammate. Nice redirect there to send it in, but unfortunately for the Wyverns, they're back on defense and trying to find a nice little passing play of their own as Jaegers fire this one towards the net.
Oh,
It's
no.
dropping, it's floating in. Jaegers puts it on him, and the Minotaurs can't clear it away.
And, you know, someone very wise once told me sometimes the best shot is right at the defender. And that somebody who told me that was Ben Jaegers. Not trying to dox. But he shot the ball in just a place where it's awkward enough to deal with that. You know, it seems easy. It doesn't really seem like there's danger, but obviously if you don't get a good touch, it's just going to roll right in. Now the Wyverns up 2-1 once again. Minotaurs once again just have to find a way to generate offense.
Yeah, they're going to need to here, and that was a big goal right there to give them the lead once more. The Minotaurs are going to fight back here. His help. Send this one up. Dangerous ball. Guth has to get to it, and he does, able to send it in the corner. This one pinched up high, floating out. Jaegers trying to get to it, can't find that touch. Follow-up attempt, Big Guth, gonna find one, but Blitz able to send it down, leaving it for help, shooting this one towards the net, but just a little bit off. It's another weak shot fired towards the net. This one floating down. Can they put it in? Draco is gonna finish it off, and the Wyverns 3-1.
That's some great speed by Draco. He was up almost immediately. Blitz, even if he touched that, was probably going to have a little bit of a block on his hands there. Now 3-1. Things are looking good for the Wyverns, and the Minotaurs, I mean, right now they're facing having to reverse sweep. It gets a lot tougher from here.
Yeah, it will definitely be a lot tougher unless they can find 2 more here with a little time left, and they might have found one here. Dyll trying to send it down, but a great save by Draco. It's still floating, but it's going to find its way in, and Dyll is going to get the goal, and, well, maybe don't count him out just yet.
Okay, they're definitely not out yet. That's a great last touch by Dyll. I don't think it was going in without that, and Draco on an island by himself might have been able to leave it, but that's a tough position to be in. 20 seconds left now. What can they do?
What can they find here? This one sent back into the Minotaur zone. This ball is popping up. Gonna be pinched out off to the side. Draco. Gonna send this one out. Blitz finding the block. Jaegers gonna be dunked out here. The Minotaurs could have an opportunity. There's just one back. Blitz firing off the sidewall. Opportunity. Help. Finds it. It's popped up here. It's going off the backboard. Dyll, he's trying to float, but that one is gonna be banged down, and the Wyverns gonna hold on and win game 2.
Okay. That one got a little bit close. The Minotaurs, I mean, they had a real shot of coming back there, it looked like for a second. And this game definitely didn't look like it was as much in the Wyverns' control as game 1 was. Some good looks from the Minotaurs, but if they're gonna, you know, crawl up and trudge up this mountain of recovery, they're gonna need to get some better hiking shoes because they're doing good, but they've got to do a lot better if they want a chance to reverse sweep here.
Yeah, the reverse sweep is gonna be tough, but yeah, like you mentioned, there's a lot more offense from the Minotaurs in that game. Found their first goals of the series, so there is some positives for sure in this one. But heading into game 3, merely they've got to do they just got to do more. They gotta be more focused and find these opportunities because right now the Minotaurs have had pretty much everything that they wanted. Wyverns, excuse me, have had
Yeah.
everything they wanted.
No, 100%. I mean, the Wyverns, the only reason they've even really gotten scored on, in my opinion, is because they've left some pretty wide open holes and boost management for one goal there. Um, but the Minotaurs haven't necessarily been creating those opportunities, which is fine. You can take advantage of the opponent's mistakes. The Wyverns are making enough mistakes to win games off of. But you also have to help that process along a little bit. So I'd love to see some more bumps, some more demos, some more kickoff goals. Oh, hey, look, a kickoff goal.
Hey, look at that. Look at Blitz. He's listening. He would have put that one right in the net there. Just Draco goes by that one, and Blitz just delayed enough to send it in. And, well, that is exactly the start you want to write out if you're looking for a reverse sweep right there.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be their first lead of the entire series. So definitely a better record, but now they have to contend with a little bit of Wyvern's offense, and they have had a lot of success defending, but they've still let quite a few through. Let's see if they can get some more going their way, and in fact they can. Help doesn't need any, as he puts another one through for the Minotaurs.
Yeah, a little bit of a pinch there by Blitz, and a nice little angle there by Help to find that one in on net. So a great shot to send that one in. And I mean, that is, picture perfect right there. Merely 2 goals in only 17 seconds.
Yeah, and a great start by the Minotaurs. The only thing that can get a little bit concerning is if you start to get a little bit overconfident here, but 4 minutes, 30 seconds left. There's plenty of time for anything to happen. Wyverns, I'm sure, will still be, trudging along there saying, we still got this. We're up to 2-0. They would have to reverse sweep us. No way that happens. And the Minotaurs still have a lot of work to prove them wrong. But so far, they're doing a great job in game number 3 here.
Yeah, great start indeed here. He's going to put this one up. This one's floating towards the net, though, Blitz. He's able to make that touch. Able to get it away. His Help finds a 50. Big Guth off the corner. Jaegers looking for it. But Guth can't quite turn that one on, so Jaegers going to try to take control in the corner, but that one can be sent out. The Minotaurs looking to break away here. Draco going to get it by 1. Blitz able to just send it in the corner. Blitz again dropping down. Jaegers can't make the touch. Dyll is diving in. Draco going to find a touch. He's actually by 2. Could lead to an opportunity. Help is just waiting. The Wyverns are not quite ready to attack on that possession. It's Help now. Looking up. Not a lot of boost. Trying to push it out of the midfield. Can't find that touch. Dyll left on an island. Jaegers punches that one away. Away possession just a little bit, allowing Dyll to get back up to it towards the backboard, but Big Guth able to shut that one down. Send this one out is the Wyverns for a moment, but Help on a dribble. Wyverns all right there in the midfield trying to block this one out. Not quite going to find it this time. As Dyll trying to drive this one down. Ball's popped up. Dyll and Blitz going to 50 each other there. Really trying to put that pressure on. The ball is floating down the midfield, and this comes out. Help not quite diving, and there's a little bit of chaos here, merely in the mid game between these two teams. A lot of double commits from both of them.
Yeah, this one is getting quite a bit chaotic as the musty attempted there by Dyll. I respect the attempt greatly. The Minotaurs do look like they're putting up a lot more pressure this game. They look a little bit faster. The 2-goal lead might have given them a little bit more confidence even. And the Wyverns, on the other hand, have looked a little bit lost so far. Not quite sure what they want to do. Now almost down to 2 minutes remaining in the game, and they haven't scored a single time. It's the first time this series it's been so difficult for them to score. We might be seeing the Wyverns making a little bit of a comeback, as this one not quite on net either. So many opportunities, but the Minotaurs can't quite get it through.
Oh, they can't quite close it out there, unfortunately. And for them still, they've got a 2-0 lead. But we'll see how long they're able to last it here in game 3. It's Help. Forces the backflip. This one just lofted towards the net. It's off the backboard. Follow-up attempt. Blitz trying to dive it in, but the Wyverns, good defense to stop it out. As this one once again just floating down in the midfield. This one can be shot on. Nobody can touch it, and Help sends it in.
Another good goal by the Minotaurs. This one feels like the defense is just kind of falling apart for the Wyverns. They missed that one ball twice, and there have been a lot of opportunities for the Minotaurs, but to their credit, they've been increasing the pressure quite a bit, getting more demos, going for more balls that they definitely weren't earlier in the series. So far, it's clearly working.
Yeah, it's working out in this one. Can they close it out and force a game number 4? Send us to the good old Forbidden Temple. This one dropped down, trying to find it. Shot towards net, but Draco gonna find that block. Ball sent up high. Guff pushing it up. Jaegers towards the backboard. This one dropping down. Here comes Guff looking for it. Help. Trying to get out to a Jaegers. Looking for another touch, and he's going to keep it around for the moment, but that's a big miss by Draco. Shot fired towards the net. Dyll has to make a touch. He does, but here comes Jaegers dropping it down. The slow roller, but it's not quite going to go there into the net. And with a minute remaining here, Minotaurs looking to find the counter. Help. Can't touch it, though. As that one is going to be punched off to the midfield, and yeah, merely with about 50 seconds remaining here, Wyvern's going to need a full-fledged miracle if they're going to pull off the sweep.
Yeah, it seems like they will need a bit of a miracle, but this is a great start to one. Holding the Wyverns scoreless so far, and if they can close out the game, that gives them an even bigger boost to their momentum. It seems like this one is almost certainly theirs. At this point, you know, a reverse sweep, it is difficult, but at this point now, they're only one game away from bringing it to game 5, and then we know that anything can happen there. So pretty much the absolutely ideal start for the Minotaurs. I'm just curious if they're gonna be able to keep this strategy going.
Yeah, we'll have to see, and there have been some reverse sweeps in the play-in best of 5. Actually, another shot gonna come in, Blitz adding one more to the tally right there. A great little play there, but yeah, there have been some reverse sweeps in the play-in tournaments before. Unfortunately, my team was involved in one a couple seasons ago. I wasn't playing those, so I don't take any blame for that one. Just gonna throw that out there. But it is possible, merely in best of 5s, a lot easier than those best of 7 reverse sweeps.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people sometimes forget just how short 5 games is. I mean, a lot can happen. Wyverns went up 2-0 in the blink of an eye. We could easily be seeing the Minotaurs do the same in the same amount of time. But one thing's for sure, they brought back to at least one. They're not getting swept. And now this game 4 becomes even more important for both teams.
Yeah, it definitely is definitely an important one here, as we'll be heading to the good old Forbidden Temple, our favorite here, our favorite. How do you describe it? I'm trying to think of the word, the one right before the last. I don't. I'm blanking on the word right now.
An ultimate?
Penultimate. That sounds right.
Maybe?
Penultimate map here. That could work.
It could
Someone
work.
else, someone will fact check us if we're wrong. But
True.
regardless, here we love Forbidden Temple and the Minotaurs. After that great offensive showing here, they look poised merely to possibly force that game 5 after a 4-0 victory in game 3.
Yeah, I mean, if they can play like this again, I definitely think that we're gonna see a game 5. Now, if they're recognizing that this worked and they say, "Hey guys, let's just run that back. Let's do it again," I really think it's on. I think it's on Wyverns to try and adapt around the Minotaur's new aggressive play style. So I'm curious to see if the Wyverns are going to switch anything up, or if they're going to keep trying to do the same strategy that won them 2 out of the 3 games so far. I really just hope to see from the Minotaurs, for their sake. I hope to see them come at this game with the same level of aggression as the last one.
Yeah, I hope so as well. For the sake of content, we would love to see it here, as we'll be heading to game number 4, Forbidden Temple. The Minotaurs looking to force this game number 5. The Wyverns looking to end this series right here, right now. Both these teams have never lost a play-in match before. Merely, they have been perfect thus far. I believe Wyverns are 2-0 in play-in matches, and the Minotaurs are 1-0. So both these two facing off. Someone will be going home with a loss tonight and be forced to play on Saturday night for their last chance to make the playoffs here. As we get into this game number 4, Dyll gonna look to bang this one down. Guff trying to find a touch, popping this one up high off the sidewall. Guff looking for it again, but can't quite find that touch. As Dyll trying to harass Draco, their help. Could be on top of this one, sending into the corner. Ball popping up high. Dyll trying to get to it, dropping it down. Blitz looking for it, trying to find a shot, but can't put it on. Guff just able to get a touch off to the side. It's Draco on the dribble, trying to push that one out. The ball floated up in midfield. Dyll is already on that one, finding a good read. Push it down, but the Wyverns A little bit of time. Guth kind of gives the ball away there. Draco gonna dive up, able to find that block. And now Jaegers looking to fire it, pushing it towards the net, but Dyll is gonna make a save. As that one is cleared away. And so far, so early, merely. We've got a couple of saves, couple of shot opportunities, but no one able to fire back in the net yet.
No, and definitely some opportunities so far from both teams. Almost feels like we're back in another game one situation where both teams are just kind of poking at each other, sending non-threatening shots that still feel like they might have a chance of going in. Still trying out the flip reset here. But both teams playing very safe. I already know the Minotaurs do not want to lose this series, even if they got their game. And the Wyverns definitely are not interested in getting reverse swept here.
Yeah, definitely not. You don't want to be a part of that one. As this one floated in front of the net, but Draco, he's going to get back just in time here. Able to block it away. Splits now. Pushing it into Jaegers. Not the best touch. Demo comes through, shot, but Jaegers gets back to it. Able to make up for it, as that one was a very close opportunity. But not quite going to find its mark. The Minotaurs still hanging around, trying to drop this one in. Help. Can't quite get that one on target. Dyll. Push this one out. Guth. Blitz sending this one up now. A miss. Big miss comes out there. The ball's floating.
Oh.
The bump comes through, and Blitz, he's going to send it in.
Oh, that's absolute tragedy for the Wyverns. They had such a good defensive sequence, and then it all falls apart, and the Minotaurs, they are not the same as their game one selves. They are going to pounce on that, and pounce they do, getting the first goal and continuing their streak from last game. Still now, it's been over 7.5 minutes since the Wyverns have even scored a goal.
Yeah, they are running on fumes, but they got an open net here. Draco, he just has to send it down, but Help is trying to get up to it. Help is going to find a touch, and Blitz gets back. That one was a big opportunity. The Wyverns not paying attention as much to the speed needed to put that one in. Catching the defense off guard. This one pushed down. Blitz going to bang it out here. Guth can't find that touch. The ball is there. Dyll not able to put that one on target, though, but still, the Minotaurs holding on, looking to force this game 5, looking to find this reverse sweep. But Jaegers and company trying to get back on the attack here. This ball, super dangerous, and here comes Big Guth to put it in.
And there he is. That's a great play, bringing the ball all the way down into the corner. Jaegers tripping up the defense, making him pass it, and Guth manages to make the read. They finally break their dry streak, and now we've got another ball game on our hands.
You got another ball game, and big on the Wyverns here as they're trying to advance to that 7 seed. They win here. They can do it. This one fired towards the net. Blitz is going to get it out, but Jaegers, he's waiting in the corner. Able to find that block. So we got 1.5 minutes left in game number 4 on Forbidden Temple. Jaegers pushing this one up high into the corner. Ball dropping down. Help. Grab some boost. This one popping up. Shot opportunity. Drop it down, and Jaegers comes in. He sends it home, and the Wyverns take the lead.
And I don't know what happened. Someone just blew an air horn in the team comms, but the Wyverns have woken up. Jaegers with the pre-flip to secure that one. Make sure it goes in, and now this is an even scarier situation for the Minotaurs. Just as it looked like they were beginning to wrestle the control away, the Wyverns take it right back, and now 1 minute left. They just have to hold on to this lead or extend it, and they'll be headed to the playoffs.
Oh, but this one could be dangerous. Blitz, he has an opportunity, but he skies it. That one could have been a great counterattack. Jaegers just floating in front of it. Help, not knowing how much boost Jaegers has. Has to respect him. So we got a minute remaining. Big pinch there from the Minotaurs. Able to clear it up for the moment, but Draco is sending it back. Dyll, nice little pass in the midfield, but Draco was on it. Blitz, he's able to find that touch. This one can't find it. Help, sends it into the zone. We're not quite going to go. The Minotaurs got to put the pressure on now as the time is ticking. They need to find this win. Blitz, find the touch. Jaegers going to get around 1. Help, he's diving in on 2 Minotaurs. The 2 Wyverns attackers. 30 seconds now. Minotaurs trying to push it in. Help, finds the flip reset. But Jaegers pushes it out. And last chance here for the Minotaurs. They got to try to get a goal here to force game 5. Wyverns just going to take it nice and slow. But maybe a loss of possession. Here comes Help. He's firing it towards the net. This ball is up. As Guth sends it off to the side. Double commit there. Minotaurs nowhere to be found here with their Their hopes on the line. Last chance. They're going to send it down. This ball is up. It's dangerous. Guth. He makes the touch. Here comes Dyll off the corner, but it's going to hit the
Oh,
ground. And the Wyverns are going to hold on in 4, and they will move on as the 7th seed in the Prospect League playoffs.
oh man, and what a finish! I really thought the Minotaurs they had some good opportunities, and the Wyverns, I did talk down their defense a little bit in the beginning of the game, but they really stepped it up for that end when they realized they just had to keep that ball out of their net. I mean, they did an amazing job. A 2-1. The margins were close for multiple games, but they get the job done, and now they get to avoid the Gladiators, but still have some brutal opponents in the Vipers to face
Yeah.
off against.
Yeah, that would not be an easy task as well. Even with a slight roster change on those Vipers, they still got 2 very solid players on that team. So we're going to have to see what they can do here. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. So big shout out to the Wyverns on their win. Minotaurs, we'll see you back here Saturday night. They'll be taking on the winner of Ember versus Rooks for that last final playoff spot. So you guys don't want to miss that one. And you don't want to miss what's coming up next here, as we are going to be heading to the rivalry. We got 2 more great teams in a 7-8 matchup here. We got Vortex taking on Whiteout here. Winner, once again, is going to get the 7 seed. Loser is going to have to try again on Saturday night here. So make sure you guys stick around, and we'll see you guys back here in a few minutes.